What you
right.
gonna do? Put it on. All right. So tonight was a little crazy, Toya. Where's Simone? Is she coming in yet?
I don't know. All right, y'all. So my girl Lisa Nicole came over today because she wanted to chat about the episode.
It was so crazy, and I don't like the way they were treating my girl, right?
Well, let's talk about her, because she was like, you should just apologize.
Well, you know me, I am the peacemaker. I like us all to get along. So I did think, I do think it's okay to apologize. Sometimes it takes the bigger person to apologize.
Okay.
And we know you are the bigger person, right?
Well, see, I try to be, because let's be clear. I'm sitting here trying to have a fun. Maybe. We always was looking at her sideways because she was never really that nice.
So do you know Quad got on Watch What Happens Live and said that my friendship with Jackie was for TV only? I'm like, I must be reminding Quad of herself.
And Heavenly, right? That's a TV friendship right there, right? That's TV because I don't know too many people that get cussed out like that, and then they best friends again.
Take 2 minutes and do it all happy.
I mean, that was
So do you think Quad is scared of Heavenly? Like, I'm confused by it, honestly, because Heavenly shades the hell out of her, and it looks almost like she's scared of Heavenly, but not Quad. Miss Quad scared of somebody?
Yeah, I hear that social climber all day. All day. Exactly.
Hey, y'all, on my page, go to Toya's page, because that way you can see all three of us. I'm going to go off of my live so we can all be on Toya's page. So everybody on my live, go to Toya's live, Toya Bush Harris, and you get me, Toya, and Simone, and we can really focus on this conversation. All right? See y'all.
And somebody asked me, why was I in this mess? So first of all, we're on a reality show called Married to Medicine on Bravo. I don't think that I'm in any mess whatsoever. There are things, all kind of shit that's said about me on social media on the regular, and I don't engage. But tonight, I'm all yours. I got time, a little time before I head to bed, start my work week to engage.
Okay. And let's be clear, y'all. It's not like we sit back and do YouTube videos and talk about people. We really don't. I put my kids to bed. I cook dinner. To be honest with you, I would like to clean up my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Because I did. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Sunday.
We went out to eat tonight.
You know what I'm saying? But
we
that's
ate out.
A real wife. We cook on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? We go to church. You know, we was at soccer. We went to like a kid's birthday party today. Really pretty much exhausted, you know? So we really don't have
a good full day.
Petty ass YouTubes and we sit back and talk about people, you know? But hey, some of us do. Okay? Some cast members. So I'm just saying, I'm here right now. So give me some questions. What y'all want to know?
So let's talk about how Anila and you.
No, wait. Why didn't I just apologize? Why didn't I apologize for using the word apartment? Why didn't I apologize? Because I had already talked to her that night. The night that Cecil did the live. Me and Simone talked to her on the phone. She called me. And the first thing I said to her was, oh, shoot, girl, I'm tipsy. Did you just hear that live? Are you mad? And she was like, girl, I don't care about that bullshit. I'm calling Mariah. That's what she said. She's like, I heard about it. I don't care about that. She wanted to talk about some other shit.
So it didn't bother her then, but then when the camera started rolling to have some drama, you think that's what this was all about?
It was about a storyline. And so let's be clear. Then we talked about it again before I came to her house. Because I was like, girl, I'm not coming to your house to have no drama. I've had drama all season with y'all bringing up my name. So she's like, I ain't going to be putting no knives in your back. You know how she got to use all these cute little taglines. What was it? So I ain't going to be stabbing you in your back and putting no knives unless you're carrying a knife. Some shit like that. You know, whatever. It rhymed when she said it. But either way.
She said it rhymed.
It did, you know. But either way. You know. So I really wasn't trying to hear all that shit. I wasn't trying to argue with her over some stuff we had already discussed. Wasn't interested. Okay, so that's the reality. So what else is another question? Well, if you hadn't ran your mouth, you wouldn't have been in the store. Like, girl,
okay, Toy,
I can run my mouth and stay in the apartment, okay? Because at the time we were talking about something that was relevant. All right, so I can run my mouth. And if the word apartment makes somebody infuriated, they need to take a Valium.
Needs to take a what?
A Valium.
She said volume.
Don't encourage drugs.
Turn it down a
Don't
notch.
do that.
Turn that volume down.
Don't do that.
That's what they need. The Valium, turn their volume down.
Okay, but was there anything else bothering you this season? Because they're trying to make it seem like you were in just this bad.
Well, initially I did start off angry. Okay. I'll give them that. You know what I'm saying? Because we came out of COVID and there was a lot of stuff going on in my household. Now, did we see that this season? No, because it was overpowered by a bunch of mess. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, y'all. I'm not an editor. You know what I'm saying? So you just couldn't see it.
Because you did some really positive stuff that we didn't get to see.
You didn't see it.
Like the tennis tournament, right?
The tennis charity event, it was a ton. It was a lot of great things that transpired this season that would offset all the negativity, you know. And to be honest with you, there was also a lot of things that I felt like I was like, dang, we just came out of COVID. And we talking about drama. I just didn't want to do it. That first scene, I didn't want to start it off like that. I didn't, and I'm not in control of it. But no lies, I was frustrated, so I snapped.
Toya, you said you didn't want to start it off like what?
Y'all talking about what happened last season, and then at the reunion and all that.
So this was the first time we had all gotten together. This was the first time we had seen each other. Things we hear about. I think part of that is human nature. And one of the biggest problems within our group, within our circle, is that we routinely, repeatedly hurt each other's feelings, step on each other's toes, and never say, I'm sorry. Because we're all too big in our heads and too stubborn just to say, we're sorry. And I think that one of the points that I was trying to get you, Jackie and I were in her closet, and she asked me, you know, what's going on with Toya? It seems like she doesn't want to be around. And it's like, no, she definitely wants to be around, loves these ladies. She's looking for love and respect. It is at the end of the day, it is what all of us want. And that really was what I wanted you to get across. It got interrupted by the drama with the apartment. It got totally interrupted. But again, when people hear things or they get gassed up, they're sitting ready, waiting to jump to get that out. And you just don't know how long Quad had been holding on to that. And then there had to be some frustration with Quad that, you know, we had this whole March on Washington. She knows Ben Crumb. Had to be frustrating that she was not there at the table. So you just don't know that people are frustrated, and sometimes it's not even necessarily about you.
But you know when she found out about the letter that Heavenly concocted to help her not go to DC.
What?
On the bus.
What? Wait, hold on. I missed that too. What letter?
You were too busy arguing with Heavenly.
Oh yeah, because that bitch tried to say I couldn't stay in the house. Right. They cut that.
Like, she coming for me so hard. I was like, maybe she thought because you know she wanted to go because I think it was about what was it? Somebody had told that she had went to Mexico.
Okay.
It told production, but it was Heavenly. And wrote the letter and got the doctors to sign.
It was no secret. Let's stop right there. It was no secret that she was in Mexico. That was why her and Heavenly fell out in the first place, because she was posting from Mexico with her ass to the camera. That is why her and Heavenly put the emoji. What exactly does the emoji mean? Help me understand. What was she trying to say? Like, oh shit.
Oh God.
Like, girl, what are you doing? What exactly was the emoji? Because after it all came out, Heavenly didn't really own what the emoji was. And like Quad said, she doesn't speak emoji. What?
Yeah, I that emoji was. But so you guys did a letter.
I didn't do a letter. I didn't even know about the letter until we was on your bus.
Oh, I didn't know about the letter at all. Tell us about the letter.
Who brought the letter up?
So somehow
I don't know what Toya's referencing.
When they were
on
arguing
the RV?
on the bus, and then somehow the letter came out that y'all had signed a letter that stated that she couldn't go to DC because she needed to quarantine.
There were rules in place. Even a domestic flight, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks. There were rules in place that were above my pay grade. It's above me now. You've heard that statement. Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with Heavenly, though. It was a rule.
But she said
we are in a pandemic.
But she was mad at Quad, and I think Quad thought that was me.
Oh, you see?
Yeah, that's just what people do.
Right, got it. I got it. Well, Toya, I want you to know that I said I think we should apologize. I think it's apology because I do think an apology is a little.
And my father, he's like the fun guy, but he also, cheated in their marriage. And, that hurt my mom tremendously. So then she divorced him and remarried. His parents, they stayed together all the way until his father passed away, but it wasn't necessarily probably a good thing. So they have a very different dynamic, as far as the way he was raised and the way I was raised. And so we definitely wanted a different type of marriage, but we still had to overcome like some of the things that the environment that we were. So. Yeah. Been better, but we're learning that we have to get better individually too. So I love we're both doing individual and counseling and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
I just think marriage is difficult. I mean, Cecil and I disagree on how we should treat the boys, but Cecil's a man who was once a boy himself. And so he gets and connects to my boys in a way that I sometimes cannot even relate to. And I think that's okay. And sometimes it's just about respecting one another's differences. It's not that his way is better than mine or my way is better than his. Both ways are probably sufficient some of the time, but it's just about respecting the differences and, respecting each other and remembering that you love each other. And the goal really is to be on the same page and to not be at odds. That's part of what I think is interesting about this group of ladies on Married to Medicine, because we have been around each other for so long. We have real feelings about each other. Some of those feelings are loving toward one another, and some of those feelings flat out stink because you've had your feelings hurt.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody asked me two questions. The first question was, does Eugene's mother like me? Yes, she does. We had a better relationship when her and my mom got along.
Oh, they don't get along now?
So none of your business.
Enough said. Yeah, I was going to say cut.
Right.
I'm producing cut.
Got along better. Okay.
I'll say that. Yeah. And then as far as somebody said on there, they was like, hey, we keep asking about Mariah, they're not answering, maybe they're not allowed to. Look, we're grown. We can answer any question we want about Mariah.
I miss Mariah. I do. I'm just gonna be honest. I miss her. I think she's great TV. I wish she were back.
And we haven't spoken. I don't know why. I don't know why Mariah is distant. I have no clue whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I know last time I spoke to her, we had a very intense conversation, but it was about something pertaining to her and I. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And we're not beefing, or anything like that, but that's it.
What you think, Simone? Everybody keeps asking. It's all in the questions.
About Mariah? No comment.
Okay.
Simone, I love how you had a real conversation with your son tonight.
Yeah.
Because as women, we tend to, you know, raise our girls, I do, and love on our boys. But you gave some real mama tough love, and that's what we got to do for our sons, because we got to keep them strong.
What I'm trying to do is to talk to Miles with my more sensitive side, my inside voice, and leaving out the theatrics and the drama when I speak to him, because Michael can handle me, the full, unadulterated me, but Miles is just different, and he's a lot like Cecil in a lot of ways, but I'm trying to talk to him, not use cuss words, not shout at him. And this was a kid who left his school with honor roll, so I know he can do college work. I know he can budget. He just hasn't found his niche. But what I've decided is, and what I've prayed over, is that it's coming for
him. Like when I was like, really?
Wonder Woman.
Like I can't make that facial expression.
That's
I can't do any of that. So it's like,
that's a good one.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So, you know, my husband, he has to give his favorite.
So you just ask these couples questions, and that's cool.
And I have